Hello, my beer. Hello, my dear. You are my beer. I'm sorry. I told myself I wouldn't cry. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. As always, not to be confused with the chick who says she did it always. It's one word. I mean, always. Always. I thank you for watching. I thank you if you're listening on the audio-only podcast on Anchor.fm, Spotify, maybe Google Podcasts, I don't know. Wherever this winds up on the internets, if you're listening, watching, whatever, I want to say thank you. I read an article today that said that almost 50%, almost half of men who use something like Blue Chew or Viagra, something like that, almost half of them are in their 20s. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not against you getting an erection whenever you want. You want to pop a pill, and all of a sudden you just got this raging boner. You're going to go around your campus trying to roofie the sorority sisters. Hey, man, whatever you want to do, you go nuts. You be you. But I don't understand it. I don't. It's like when I was 20 years old, way back when, I'm 57, way back when, we didn't have any of that. We didn't have the enhancements. What we had were the images. And I could get turned on by things that nowadays would seem tame. They would seem insignificant. Like the bra section of a Sears catalog, any woman on TV, it didn't matter. Hey, she's got boobs. That got me going. Sometimes even like Nancy Reagan. She was giving a speech outside, and the sun hit her dress just right, and you think, I think I see a nip. I think I see a nip. That would do it for me. I'm not picky. But nowadays it seems that everybody needs an enhancement. They need the help. And I think a lot of that is because we've been told that's what we need. Especially men my age. Right? Listen. There's a certain time in every person's life, man or woman, it doesn't matter, where certain physical functions start shutting down. They just start not caring anymore. And one of the first to go is the mind. One of the second to go is the genitals. And things just don't work right anymore. They just don't function the way they should. But this is a natural process of getting older. It's part of the whole life experience. Everybody's always like, oh, let's experience life for what it is. And unfortunately, when people say that, they're thinking about all the good things. They're thinking about all the things that make their lives better, that give them some kind of spiritual experience. But that also includes some things that a lot of people don't like a non-functioning penis sometimes. It happens. But it's all part of the aging process. It's all part of the life experience. And I just don't get why 20-year-olds, people in their 20s, are trying to get ahead of the game. To me, it's kind of ageism, all right? Because if these same 20-year-olds, let's say they showed up to a Halloween party one year at their college campus, as they will, and they came dressed as a Native American, a bunch of white dudes come dressed as Native Americans. They have a big headdress on and the whole uniform and the whole outfit. The internet would go crazy. Oh, you're appropriating. No, you can't do that. But they all show up with a bottle of Viagra and everybody's like, hey, okay, I hope you get laid. Seems to be the way it is. I mean, ageism is a thing. It actually is a thing. Like, companies can't not hire you because of your age, but they don't take that as seriously as other things. Like, if you showed up in a job interview as a white person, you showed up in blackface with an afro wig, not only are you not going to get the job, you will probably be arrested within a few days. But kids on Halloween, they might show up at your door one day. These little kids, 6, 8 years old, and they're dressed as old people. They got the gray-haired wig, the little shawl, the skirt, maybe a crutch or a walker. And they come up and everybody's like, oh, you're so cute. Here, I'm just going to give you a bunch of candy. But really, what's the difference? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there a difference really between appropriating different cultures and ageism? I don't think there is. I mean, I don't know who needs a boner at the age of 20. How can a 20-year-old not get a boner? Now, I'm sure there are a few men out there who, in their 20s, are not capable of performing sexually, and it's frustrating. That I can understand. I can understand that. But it's taking it because it's fun. That's what I don't understand. I can't imagine being at a party after taking a Viagra and just sitting there. I mean, what are you waiting for? You're just gonna sit there and all of a sudden, oh shit, what's going on there? Oh my God, it's growing, and nobody there to do anything about it. That's just going to be a horrible masturbation experience for you, I think. I don't think anything good's going to come out of it. I don't think anything significant is going to happen. Don't lose your imagination now, kids. You're in your 20s. You're at your prime. You have your imagination. You have your techniques. You have your tools. Use them the way they should be. And save the other stuff for the old guys. Now, I can honestly say I've never taken anything like Blue Chew or Viagra myself. But that's not bragging. That's not saying, you know what, because I'm so viral and I'm so, No. It's just because I've actually never needed it. But if there's ever a time when I will definitely take it. Like you're in the heat of the moment and you realize, oh my God, I'm so horny, but well, little Dave looks to be sleeping in his cave. Yeah, go ahead and pop that pill. Just tell her, hey, you wait 20 minutes and I'm going to give you the most mediocre sex of your life. Because at best, that's what's going to happen with me anyway. It doesn't matter. But I just don't get why everyone is so fascinated with being able to get a boner. I'm kind of confused by that. It's, you know, women talk about how hard it is to be a woman, and I get it. I understand. But try to understand us, ladies. Try to understand how hard it is to be a man in today's world. And walking around never knowing what's going to pop downstairs. Like, you never know. I never know. It's the most random thing sometimes. You're walking along innocently. You're not thinking about sex. You don't care about sex. You're not horny. But all of a sudden something will happen, or you'll see something, or you'll see somebody, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, what are you doing down there? Stop that. I'm in the middle of Kmart. Walmart doesn't allow this. Stop it. You're just trying to stop something from happening. And it wasn't intentional. It's just something that happens. So, ladies, imagine living with that kind of pressure all the time. All the time. And, listen, I know it's rough out there right now for both men and women. You know, the pandemic separated everybody, and you don't want to go out and have some random sex and wind up catching the Rona. But once this is done, there's just going to be this surge of horniness. There's just going to be this surge of hormones and chromosomes and people flying into each other and body parts slapping together in celebration. Nothing wrong with that, but just remember the consequences. I mean, guys complain all the time. We always do. It doesn't matter what happens to us. Guys complain. You know, we go out with a girl and we make out for a little bit, but she says, that's it. We'll complain to our friends. She could have at least given me a hand job. Then we'll go out with her again, and things will get hot and heavy, and hey, she gives us a hand job. We're okay. But we'll complain to our friends. She could have at least given me a blowjob. So we'll go out with her again, and eventually she'll give us a blowjob, but we'll complain to our friends, oh my God, I should have at least got laid, right? But then finally it happens. We go out again. We finally get laid. A few days later, we're complaining to our friends. Now I have AIDS. Always a complaint with us. Always a complaint. It's just in our nature, I guess. Now, if you're listening to this or watching this and thinking, you're kind of slurring your words and you seem like you're a little bit drunk. First of all, are you new here? Are you? And granted, I do try to make these before I get to the point where I'm slurring my words and not making any sense. But in the end, I don't really care. I do this for me, and hopefully you're entertained. And yes, I am. This is my last beer, though. You feel sad when you get to your last beer and you're like, you know what, I wish I had a couple more, but you don't. It's a sad moment in a man's life. Kind of like an abortion. But after it's done, you're like, Yeah, that was probably for the best. So once I finish drinking this, I'll probably pass out and go, tomorrow. That was probably for the best. Alright, I don't want to take too much of your time. I just wanted to talk a little bit. Talk some shit. Drunkenly slur my words. And I think I accomplished at least one of those things. You're welcome. Be sure to check out all my links down below. I have a PayPal down there if you want to donate so I can buy me some more adult frothy beverages. That would be awesome. A live show app. That link is down below. Download it. Listen to these guys. They are great. It's all free. They do 3-minute sets 3 times a day at least. And they're all very funny. And my Twitter feed is down below if you want to hook up with me on there. And a link to my other channel, my main channel, my monetized channel, Dave Does Cambodia. Because that's where I live in Cambodia and I talk about Cambodia. And you don't have to look at any of this when you're watching those videos because I film it from my point of view. I'm behind the camera. So you can see all the vistas and the views of Cambodia while I'm walking around giving you information about what's going on here. Subscribe to that if you want to. Alright. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. Not leave a comment. Leave me a comment. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Don't twist your titties.